But it is to my boss because he claims that we're paying delivery fees. It's like, well, I don't see those expense reports. That's above my pay grade on paying the couriers. But I did take exception with the envelope delivery because the branch manager announces it to me, and then I go out there and meet them, and I said, it's 4 o'clock, I'm scheduled to leave in 30 minutes. I really prefer this delivery happening a lot earlier in the day. I couldn't let that one go. But I was as quick as possible about it. I guess I'll admit that I just left in a secure area, and then the next day I moved everything all the way to where it needed to be. There's enough room where I work that I found a place for that. That's no problem. Yeah, I guess that could come across as a little funny, or maybe the story was too long. I don't know. All right. But back to watching Redbox movies. I know Ski likes hearing about that. For about a month, I didn't do that. I think I was just too busy with other things, or I had other movies to watch, like the 3 DVD set of Clint Eastwood movies that I got the Family Dollar. I was slowly going through all 3, and this weekend I finally watched the last $3 Million Baby, but that was on Sunday. Saturday morning I watched the Redbox movie, which was Apex, starring Bruce Willis. And I caught on pretty quickly that it was a takeoff of Most Dangerous Game, which was something that I read in high school in a freshman English class, especially when one of the characters was named Rainsford. I remembered at least that much about reading that story. But I know that this movie will be memorable to me because one of the characters is named Lyle, like me. And there's another reason why it will be memorable. It's too much like some of the other characters named Lyle I've seen before, where it's a throwaway character. He's the one that talks too much and gets killed first. It's too much like Saturday Night Live, where somebody in high school didn't like me, and then he would just say to me all the time, he's Lyle the effeminate heterosexual, because that was a sketch on that show. And I hadn't seen it to know what the hell he was talking about. And then there was the radio commercial for Bud Light about somebody named Lyle who was about to get married, and the potential father-in-law said, I'm going to buy you off with a beer, and then reneges on the deal, and then he gets upset about reneging on the deal. Well, I know this much. I pride myself in how I cannot be bought, and I definitely cannot be bought with just one beer. Come on, people. The price has to be higher than that. Well, Fringe Festival is happening now, and 6 years ago I had a role at Fringe Festival, and what I liked about having that artist pass was I got in free to plenty of shows that I wasn't performing at, and ever since then I said I want to keep getting in free, and then I found out the way to do it is to volunteer. So that means I've been ushering at Fringe Festival since then, except for 20 and 21, which was largely virtual, but back on in person this year. And I know the last impression I had from my ushering shift that I've already done was it was exhausting to have to talk to the house manager. Did I say he was an improv dude? That was why. Because I would just talk about something happening in my life, and then he wanted to turn it into a bit. And it's like, no, that was not my intention. And I know I was getting to the point of telling myself I'm bored, and the way I say that in code is, you're trying too hard, and sometimes I forget I'm around comedians. Because I have been around comedians who always try to turn what I'm talking to into a bit, and of course, I'm going to get annoyed. Can't we just have a decent conversation where you're not trying to work on material? it's too hard to be a funny man all the time. I won't do it. And yeah, there are a few other memorable stories from that. Another one was after I went to see shows, and I'm waiting on the light rail platform, and I get up there, and first thing I see is somebody peeing on the platform. And I said to myself, thanks for the warning, probably loud enough for the dude to hear it, and I just walked the other direction. And when I told that joke at this mic class at this venue last night, I guess I couldn't put my finger on the word I was looking for. Desensitized. Living in a big city, I become desensitized to a lot of things. Growing up in a small town, that would have bothered me, but not anymore. All I'm thinking of now is living in big cities is, oh, he didn't come at me with a knife or a gun. I just want to get home. He left me alone. I leave him alone. But that's the deal. And I know that you have to have a thick skin about a lot of things when you're riding the light rail or the buses around here, because I know some of the people can get really loud, and it's like, no, don't take it personally. Hopefully they'll get off pretty soon, and usually they do. Well, yeah, I wish I was making that, but I think we all know what I'm talking about here is realistic. Well, I know that it was in news recently how Grumpy's in Roseville closed, and it meant something to me, and probably a few others too, because it was a place I did karaoke at. I know that this is a bit I had done there before. I will still think of Grumpy's in Roseville as the place I one time did karaoke after acting in a haunted house, and it was the end of the night, and I was up there singing Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, and there was a lady that tried to leave with my coat. And I even yelled at her saying, that's my coat. And in the interlude part of the song, I leave the stage, go chase her down, and get my coat back, and then I go back up and finish the song. And I will still remember her saying, and it was priceless, that, oh, I thought it was my friend's coat, and I would have brought it back, and then I would have been without my damn coat until you brought it back. That don't work for me. At that point, the only thing that mattered was getting my coat back, so that was really funny on some level that was the song I was singing at the time. Who knew that was going to be the song? And that was going to happen, too. Well, that'll do it for me, being Golden Great.